it's interesting that, I mean, what you're mentioning is that globally there seems to be a tightening of the .NET restrictions. You mentioned Canada, now you mentioned New Zealand. So it's interesting that that's a pattern. You look at the story in Canada over the last few years. I mean, you think about it, before 2022, who was advertising? You had provincial lottery corporations. How many of those are there? And the .NET advertising. And it was really limited in terms of the scope. And then once the Ontario market launches, now the customer acquisition race is on. It was pretty, there are a lot of ads. And it kind of overwhelmed, I think it overwhelmed the public. I mean, as you mentioned, iGaming Ontario took the position that if something is a national buy and it spills over, well, that's too bad. And that's the reality that we're in, but definitely a lot of spillover. I mean, you watch other jurisdictions, maybe you watch a baseball game, and if there's advertising in the States, you're gonna see it. Concurrently, the .NET advertising has dropped for reasons that you just has mentioned already. But all these ads lead to, let's say, maybe bad vibes from the public. There's too many ads. We don't want to see those ads. Jack, you're a gaming lawyer. Why am I looking at so many ads? I don't know. But anyway, eventually, the Ontario market matures. Things settle, there's fewer ads, but in the meantime, the AGCO takes the steps that they take. Athletes are banned, restrictions on celebrities, and now, of course, there's a Senate bill to create a national framework for sports betting. I don't know if we'll talk about that, but sports betting, I mean, there's many different ways to advertise.